Hey, welcome back. We're now joined by Liz Carmouche, and this is always fun. Have we had a bad MMA segment?
No.
I mean,
it's actually some of the best on our show are the MMA
we got to do that more.
I know. I agree.
All right, let's make a promise to ourselves
I agree.
and to Liz. Okay.
Done.
Liz, welcome. This is awesome. You are about to make history. February 23rd, you and Ronda Rousey, the first women to fight in the UFC fight. I mean, Ultimate Fighting Championship, finally getting with it and you're actually headlining UFC 157. Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
How excited are you for this, and what do you think finally made UFC decide to have women fight? This is such a historic thing.
I'm super excited. Like I've told people before, I'm riding on a cloud. It's still a dream. It hasn't come true. It's still sinking in. You know, honestly, I think Ronda Rousey and all the hype, all the talk that she was doing, and the relationship she built with Dana White is really what's bringing women into the UFC. I think if she hadn't made those steps and really made everything so vocal, we may not be taking this step right now.
So cool.
Like, yeah, they wanted Ronda, and you kind of lobbied to be the person, right? I mean, there was a bunch of, you're the #5 contender. Were you surprised at all that it was you that was chosen?
I was super, super surprised. It seemed like they were going to bring up Cyborg. They're doing a lot of talk, a lot of rumors going around about that. So I thought it was going to be her, and to get the phone call was a huge surprise to me. We just attacked Dana White on Twitter. We made sure every single day between the Lisbo fans, all of our supporters, everybody in our team was just nonstop every single day knocking on his door, making sure that he knew we wanted it.
Social media, it works.
Well, especially in this, I feel like it has really, between the videos and the tweeting and everything in this sport, it just seems to have really lobbied for certain things to happen.
No, I absolutely agree.
Yeah.
Social media plays a huge role nowadays in mixed martial arts and everything.
Yeah.
Hey Liz, we talked about the fact that you and Ronda are the first ladies. Now, a lot of people making a big deal. You are the first openly gay UFC fighter. We're making a big deal. It is, I mean, it's historic. It's a big deal to you that you're able to sort of carry that torch too?
It is, and it isn't. I have mixed feelings. Part of me thinks that, you know, it's just who I am. It's just an everyday deal. It's no big deal. Right. But then it is, you know, I'm taking a step forward, and I'm being vocal, and I'm being open and honest, stepping forth to let other people be open and honest and finally come out, maybe people who haven't. And even for youth that want to grow into sports but they're afraid to do so, now they don't have to fear.
What is it like for you to be in that position? Do you get a lot of resistance, or do people say things to your face, or is it, you know, and on social media too, you can be so anonymous. I'm you know, thinking, how does that work out for you? For
the most part, no. I haven't seen any negative voices coming out. Yeah. Everybody's been super supportive and super great with it. If anything, I was more surprised at how many people were supportive and approving and backing me.
Yeah, I talked to our James Gregg, who had done a video. He's done some stories on you, and I think I got the impression that you didn't mean for it to be a big deal. You just you were talking about it, and it came out.
Yeah, no, I never thought I was going to be the spokesperson for women's rights and mixed martial arts or anything. It just happened. I was just being open. I went through so many years in the Marine Corps of having to hold back and hide who I was for my choices, that I was, you know, when I do MMA, when I'm out of the Marine Corps, I'm not doing this anymore. I don't want to hide who I am. I want to be open and honest. If people don't accept me, then they don't accept me.
That's awesome. Well, talking about being a Marine, you know, Ronda Rousey, she's has quite the mouth, as Kevin said.
You throw me under the bus with the woman that can beat me up.
She likes to talk before events, but she's come out and said that she's not going to talk or stir up stuff before yours because she's got respect for you and being a Marine and everything. What do you think when you hear all that? And I mean, do you kind of want?
Are you going to talk some trash?
Are you going to?
No, I'm not a trash talker. I think that's what she realizes too. Is that
you're not going to come back? Yeah.
Yeah. Every fight, always leading up to the fights, I'm never that person. Anybody can say anything, I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to soak that all up, and when it comes down to the fight, I'm going to give it all back to you.
Where it really counts.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think that she knows that, and then she also knows that there's a psychology that goes into going to Iraq, and there's nothing she can say or do that's going to change that.
What kind of crossover have you seen? Because you did serve in the military, and what kind of crossover do you see, and how did you get into fighting?
There's certain training that you do when you're in the Marine Corps that's really similar to mixed martial arts, and certain people around me are like, you know what, you're a great athlete, go ahead, try this out, and you know, it'll feed your attention span, all the challenges and what you're looking for. It's a chess game, it'll be perfect for you. Yeah. So I was just looking, honestly, just to get in shape and just do something that would keep me interested and keep me engaged instead of just going to the gym and trying to weight lift or trying to run. And I was hooked from day one.
3 tours in the Middle East. 2 things I cannot imagine doing. Getting in the octagon or being in the Middle East as a part of, you were a helicopter technician.
I
Wow.
would think that mentally that gives you an advantage, just to have gone through what you did mentally and then to get in the ring. You probably have your mind trained so well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're prepared. If one thing the military teaches you is that your training prepares you. As long as you commit to the training, you know what you're getting yourself into. And you go through so much training that you know when you go over there, I'm going to face this, this, and this, and it's okay as long as I just stay focused and I go through it. So doing MMA, it's like, okay, I have all this training, all I have to do is just go in there and perform. I don't have to worry about anyone else behind me. If I mess up, it's just me that pays. So that's one nice thing, is I know if I mess up, it's not like somebody behind me is going to get shot or somebody's going to die. If I mess up, it's just going to, I'm going to get hit in the face.
Pressure there, right?
Exactly.
A little perspective too about the whole UFC thing.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming in and talking about being a Marine and a lesbian and the whole deal. It was definitely the highlight of our show.
It's really cool, and we hope to have you back on and just kind of watch you as you continue down this road.
Because you live here pretty close.
I do. I train just down the street.
So you are a San Diegan, and besides the fact that you don't talk and Ronda Rousey does, that's why we will be rooting for you.
Yeah, I agree.
I hope Ronda doesn't see this. It goes on the internet. All right. Thank you again very much.
Thank you very much.
When we come back, we'll wrap up by talking about San Diego State's weekend, almost amazing weekend in Honolulu.